As working parents, they are the owners of something new, which is a bridal and formal wear company, one of the top bridal shops in the world. They also lead a business advisory firm for other bridal shop owners, a real estate development company, and the Something New Foundation. The Linscombes are passionate about leading well together in marriage, being intentional working parents, and cultivating businesses that give back in big ways. These passions inspire their video podcast, The Something New Show, which helps working parents lead with faith and purpose. The Linscombes have loved being a part of the Colorado Springs community for over 21 years. Please help me welcome Jordan.
Something we all need. Strength for today and bright hope for tomorrow. My name is Jordan Linscombe. I'm a third-generation entrepreneur from Louisiana. And if you look at my life and you walked in and saw the different businesses and things my wife and I have developed over the years, you would say things are going pretty great. And I'm really grateful for that. It's involved a lot of hard work and a lot of grit to make our company an 18-year overnight success. But I'll tell you this, if you stepped into my life around Easter time of 2015, it was a different story. I was in Aurora at the Children's Hospital. We had 3 sons at that time, and our second-born was fighting for his life because we had learned some terrible news. I'm sitting there in the hospital room, and my friend's mom came up to me and said something very timely and in a very eloquent way. She looked at us and she said, "Strength for today, bright hope for tomorrow." So the fact was we had just learned our second-born son was diagnosed with cancer. And so while things were going well, in a lot of aspects of life, I was working on my career down the street at Compassion International. I was traveling the world, living out a dream career, growing businesses with my wife. At that moment, nothing else really mattered. And it felt peculiar. It felt helpless. It felt odd. How do I take the next step forward? And so that moment of a well-timed message, that moment of a one-on-one word really helped me. And as we went through that journey, we moved beyond. I went to different conferences. I went to different events. Thankfully, our son got better along the way. And by God's grace, he's still with us today, doing strong as well. But that whole journey of getting out of that trauma, during that journey, I really learned a lot of inspiration and got a lot of great input and insight and hope from other people's talks and speeches. So that's one reason that I joined Toastmasters. I found the impact of not only that one-on-one, well-spoken word in the hospital, but also other talks that have really changed my life. So I love public speaking. It's one of the things that I dream about. It's one of the things that I look forward to. It's one of the things I rehearse in my mind, because well-executed public speaking impacts and changes people's lives. I think about in 2019, my wife and I went to a business conference, and a gentleman I'd never heard of, his name Ed Milet, and gave the talk. And 5 minutes into the talk, I'm on the 7th row, I'm in tears. And we're still trying to come out of that hard season with our son. And we're trying to move through life. And I felt like, who is this guy? What is he saying? And why am I crying? Just minutes into this talk. I'll never forget that talk and speech, because it was an inspiring moment for me to think, how can I do the same? And how can I bring motivation and strength and hope to other people? I also think about in 2024, I had the privilege and opportunity to be in a smaller room with John Maxwell. And he said 2 words that I will never forget for the rest of my life. He said, consistency compounds. That's a simple but profound statement. And what he was saying was, when we do something consistently, time over time, it compounds and it brings results that take time and just take doing the grind and pushing ourselves through to show up, even when it doesn't feel great. And so when it comes to public speaking, or improving our communication in our family, that's just one of my big goals as well too, is how do we pass on a legacy to our 4 children to be even better communicators, even better leaders. My son Bear and I are participating in this together. That's another reason I'm enjoying being involved in Toastmasters, saying how can we, one, not only put in work in the workout room for the football field, but how can we put in our reps and stay consistent in rooms like this, So we can not only lead on the field, but also lead in the boardroom and in the classroom. So that's one of our big values in our family, saying communication is one of the golden skills in life. Now, there's a lot of important things that we can develop, but my wife and I are convinced that the better we communicate in the home, interpersonally, one-on-one, but also from stages, we can really help other people's lives to bring strength for them and hope for tomorrow in their lives. Another reason is my wife and I are really enjoying this season of life with all the different things you heard. Those are special, those are meaningful. If you walk through my life, hey, that's great. But really the most important thing that I do is being a husband and being a father. And we really believe in the power of good marriages. It's not always easy. It takes intentionality. But my wife and I have a dream and desire to take what we've learned along the way and also be a blessing to other people in the future. Because we're convinced that our family and our community needs strength for today and hope for tomorrow. And we're convinced that as our kids leave and we become empty nesters in the future, we're going to have more opportunities to speak beyond what we have right now. And that's my heart's desire and goal and reason why I joined Toastmasters. To help my son, to help our children, to refine my skills and keep putting in that work so that I can work not only in the here and now, but also in the future to bring strength for today and hope for tomorrow to other people. Thank you very much.